I will never speak to my mom or sister again once I turn 18. I don't care what you think of me. This is just a rant. I'm a girl, and I'm done with my mom and sister for good on my next birthday. My parents used to be great, until my mom ruined everything by cheating on my dad. My dad divorced her, and the bastard child, my sister, was born soon after. I was only 7 then. My mom somehow got full custody in court. I bet she played dirty and brought up my dad's old problems. He had a drug addiction before I was born. My dad never badmouths my mom. He just says there's nothing he can do, and we have to deal with it for now and wait till I'm 18. I see my dad once a week on the weekend, and I get to spend a week with him every summer. But I'm stuck with my mom most of the time. My sister is severely disabled. She needs help with everything. She's worthless. Ever since she was born, I had to give up all my time outside school for her. I quit piano, hanging out with friends, playing basketball, because I had to help her. I've been wearing the same clothes at home for the last 3 years because my sister gets everything first. Dinner, only after she eats. I don't even know why I call her my sister. She's more like a half-sister, but she doesn't deserve that. My dad used to pay a lot more child support than he had to for the first 2 years after the divorce. But 90% of the money went to my sister, so he stopped and started paying the minimum. Still only 10% goes to me. I don't blame him for that. Why should he support a bastard child? He tried to sue my mom for misusing the child support, but he lost. Only in the last 3 months, I've managed to get some time for myself without having to take care of the bastard when I'm not at school. I told my mom I had to stay a few extra hours after school 3 days a week. She said no at first, but she agreed when I told her I needed it to get into a good college, so I could get a good job to take care of my sister. I lied. I actually go to my best friend's house. Her parents are really nice. My mom doesn't even bother to check if I'm at school. I also go to my dad's best friend's house every day, sometimes just for 5 minutes, because I don't have enough stuff at home, and if I bring it home from my dad, my mom will sell it for some new thing for my sister. My dad leaves all my stuff at his friend's house, which is 10 minutes away from where I live. I go there every day before and after school to change and get stuff, and his family has also helped me with my college preparation. I found a college near my dad's house, which he will pay for and let me live there. My mom has no clue about this. She thinks I'm going to a college near home and will keep looking after my sister with her. She's clueless, but then again, she wouldn't notice even if I made it obvious at home. I'll be free in 2 weeks, and I'll live at my dad's friend's house until school ends, and then I'll move to my dad's since it's far from school. I'll never talk to my mom or sister again after that. I can't wait to spend more time with my dad and his family. I have a stepbrother who is the same age, who is awesome, and we'll go to college together. He actually makes me happy, and I enjoy spending time with him. My dad's friend bought a small electric piano so I can play it when I go there, and we've found a basketball club for me to join. It'll be awesome. I won't be weighed down by my sister anymore. You can call me a monster since she didn't ask for this life, but I don't care. I didn't ask to take care of her. My life matters too. I don't have to suffer just because she does. My dad is awesome. He won't have to waste money on a kid that's not his when he stops paying child support for me. My mom and sister will have a hard time. They might end up on the streets. I don't care. I'll forget about them in 2 weeks. But it's not like they care about me or know me. I'm just their servant. I hate my sister, not for what she is, which is nothing, but for destroying my childhood. I hate my mom more. I hope she goes homeless and a better family can live in the house. Not this monster. I'll be free in 14 days. I'm at my dad's friend's house right now. He and his wife are more like my parents than my mom is. They actually ask about my dad and care about how I feel. I'm lucky to have such wonderful people on my dad's side. There's no one on my mom's side. She had no siblings and was kicked out by the rest of her family when she cheated and kept the baby. None of them wanted to deal with my sister. If they did, I might have had a childhood. But now, my mom will face the consequences of her cheating by herself and can't trap anyone else. I don't blame my mom's family for leaving her. They're smart for seeing early on that my mom would just depend on them all the time. My dad is not just the fun dad who looks good. He actually loves me. When I'm ill at school and need to be picked up, he would drive an hour to do it or get his friend to do it. My mom couldn't do it because she was busy or needed a break after looking after my sister. My best moments in the last 7 years have all been away from my mom and sister, and I'll have that all the time soon. My dad has arranged therapy sessions for me to help me adjust. He's also planned a trip for 2 weeks during one of the holidays, which will be just me and him since we've missed out on a lot because of my mom. I hope she suffers. Relevant comments. Original post replay, referring to her sister. Here is another possible rewording of your text, keeping the same tone and storyline. She stole my childhood from me. I never got to do anything fun or have a hobby since she came into the world. My day was just waking up, helping my sister, going to school, coming back and helping her again. Before my dad's friend helped me out, I got thinner because I could only eat after she was full. My mom doesn't care about me, only about my sister. She doesn't even talk to me or ask how I'm doing. My dad doesn't mind how I talk about my sister. He knows that she's the bastard child who still affects him, as most of the child support he pays for me goes to her. He tells me not to say bad things about her, which I don't, except here. But I hate her for what she's done. I don't hate her for who she is, but I don't give a damn about her. She's wrecked my life, and I'll be free of her soon. At first, I thought, wow, what a horrible kid. But as I read on, I thought, you didn't choose your sister. You shouldn't have to take care of her. Start gathering things now. If you haven't already, some things are easy to get again, but it's a big hassle and takes time. Leave them somewhere safe, or better yet, mail them to your dad. Then you can honestly say, you have no clue where they are. Technically, you won't know where he put them. Start therapy. You seem to have a good, strong mind, but even the strongest trees need support sometimes. As for your sister, she didn't want to be born. Where is her real dad? Is he paying child support for her? She won't get why you're not there, and I do feel sorry for her about that. But I also get that you have had too much burden on you, and you want to leave cleanly. Who knows? Maybe one day you'll want to see her, maybe not. But don't close that door completely. Lock it, walk away, but know it can be unlocked again, on your terms. I wish you luck and lots of joy in your new life. You've worked for and deserve all the happiness. Original post replay. I don't have much to say or suggest, but pay attention to the people in the comments about vital papers and valuables. I understand you are full of rage, but be clever and tactical here too, so you won't be able to be trapped again. I sincerely hope you good luck on everything, and hope you follow your dreams and interests. Consider this new phase of your life as a new beginning. Original poster. I appreciate the guidance and the people informing me about readiness. I have already moved essential things. My mom does not bother enough to detect anything amiss. Update, November 6th, 2022. Hello everyone. Some of you wanted an update after I turned 18, so here you go. Sorry for the delay. I want to start by expressing my gratitude to everyone who offered support and advice on gathering documents. It means a lot. To those who messaged me for explicit pictures when I turned 18, and those who wished that my dad would leave me, I regret to inform you that none of those will be happening. At midnight, I departed from my mom's house and headed to my dad's friend. I just left a note in the kitchen for my mom. I won't be meeting her or her daughter again. I arrived at my dad's friend's house, and my dad surprised me and came with my stepmom, stepbrother, and half-sister. They were expecting me, and we had a small celebration with some cake. My dad let me skip school, which they agreed, and did the same for my siblings, and we went to his house for the rest of the week. I'm just returning now for tomorrow. The past few days have been wonderful. We went to a theme park and did a lot of stuff in the area. I had my first therapy session yesterday, which was all right, but it was a bit hard to open up. I also had a piano lesson yesterday. My half-sister, who is only 5, can already play some scales, so she sits next to me and we play together when I practice. Her smile is so adorable when everyone is applauding. My dad is going to come to his friend's house tomorrow and stay a few days there with me. I blocked my mom when I left, so I haven't been troubled by her, but she has been spamming my dad and stepmom's phone demanding money to look after her daughter, which obviously they won't give. She will actually have to step up to look after her daughter without shifting all the responsibility onto others. She threatened to sue my dad for parental alienation and find a way to get money, and then sent voice notes of her daughter, so my dad just blocked her. If she contacts him again with a different number, he will go talk to his lawyer. I also want to mention how supportive my stepmom has been. I haven't really acknowledged her enough since I've just been so thrilled to be with my dad again, but she has been equally as helpful. Unfortunately, I can't be adopted since my mom is still alive. Even though it doesn't matter much since I'm legally an adult now, it would really mean a lot to her. I need to think of something to show my appreciation for her as well. I've been a bit too focused on my dad the past few days. Relevant comments. I'm going to recommend that you should contact CPS for your handicapped half-sister. Tell them that the main caretaker has gone and that she may not be getting proper care and probably needs supervision for some time. While clearly you have no obligation to do so, please keep in mind that bad conditions were created by your awful mother, not the 10-year-old half-sister, and she doesn't deserve to suffer or be ignored. Original poster. My mom won't ignore her. She cares for her too much. Now that she can't mooch off my dad, she will make a big scene all over social media. She has already begun. She's twisted some sad story about how my dad estranged her from me and is getting tons of sympathy. My dad is suing her now, but if it all goes wrong, she won't hesitate to call CPS herself. She's done it before to get me to return from vacation with my dad. I understand. I made the recommendation because a few things you said made it seem like she is reliant on her financial aid and wasn't very concerned about physical care. Usually CPS can supervise but don't tend to split parent and child unless there is a serious risk for the child's well-being. Original poster, she'll survive, but she won't have the same lavish lifestyle as before. For instance, she used to order a variety of dishes every night. My sister would taste a little, salivate over it, and then lose interest. She would switch to another dish and leave me with the remains that had her saliva on them. She'll need to learn how to budget and plan things better now. Originally posted February 12th, 2023. Hi everyone, I'm 18. Background. My parents split up when I was 10. My mom was unfaithful to my dad and had a daughter with another man who was born with serious disabilities. My mom exploited my dad's history, which happened long before I came into the world, to get me to live with her. The next 7 years were a nightmare for me. I sacrificed everything for my half-sister. I never had time for friends because I had to take care of her. My mom sold everything my dad got me to buy things for her. I was starved at home. My sister would spit on her food and reject it, so I had to give her mine and eat her food with saliva on it, which I refused to do. Because of these and many other things, I left as soon as I turned 18 3 months ago and cut off contact with them. My mom is having a hard time now, especially with the outrageous child support my dad had to pay, even though it never benefited me. She recently sued my dad for alienating me from her, and my dad fought back and won with all the proof of her misusing the child support and her efforts to actually alienate me from him, so she had to pay him a large amount. So she is in even more trouble now. She posted pictures of my hungry sister on Facebook, and my dad and I are getting bombarded with messages from strangers telling us to help them and that we were a family once. I told them all to go away, but I talked to my friends, and they said I should just ask my dad to give her some money, as it's not fair to my half-sister. But I don't think it's right for my dad to have to give money to his ex-wife for the person who ruined his marriage, and my mom only has herself to blame, especially after she squandered her own money on a pointless lawsuit that backfired. My dad was ready to move on until my mom did that.